Hi, Rich Karuba for bowlingball.com. I wrote an article called The Bowling Drop Zone, and I want to do a little video clip on it. Bowling Drop Zone. What I'm talking about here is for those of you bowlers, maybe you're new bowlers or you're lower average players and you haven't really worked on your game a lot, and you're interested in seeing yourself improve, one of the things you can do is make sure when you release the ball, it lands on the lane surface beyond the foul line. Now that sounds like an obvious thing, but it's surprising how many of you actually drop the ball behind the foul line. The ball falls into the floor at such a steep angle it kills any effective roll your release might provide if you let the ball go at a gradual angle of descent out onto the lane surface. The ball needs to land out onto the lane surface beyond the foul line, maybe 6 to 12 inches. Some of the top flight players will vary how far they get the ball over the foul line, as much as 3 or 4 feet. So there's some benefits to getting the ball over the foul line, and one of them is that your ball lands in the oil conditioner that the lane machine applies when the maintenance people run the lanes and apply oil to the lane surface. Now that oil helps your ball slide. You can control your ball skid length so you save the energy and effective roll on your ball for the back end of the lane and for impact with the pins. So dropping the ball behind the foul line kills the effective roll. It bounces over the foul line, and if it bounces several times, it loses velocity and it loses, again, effective roll. So one of the things that you can do to help prevent dropping the ball behind the foul line is to make sure you have slightly more gripping pressure on your fingers, your bowling fingers, and make sure that you focus on releasing the ball as your hand arrives either at the shoelaces or the toe of your bowling sliding shoe. If your hand comes out of the ball then it's going to go a little bit airborne and land out on the lane surface over the foul line. A lot of you people slide way too far behind the foul line, and it's very difficult to get the ball out on the lane. You'll fly 12 to 15 inches, you'll slide behind the line. No need for that. The lane's long enough. 2 to 3 inches behind the foul line is what you should train yourself to slide every time. And don't be paranoid about the foul line or going over and putting a light on. All you got to do is just get used to it, move your approach closer, and you won't get the ball. You can get the ball easier over the foul line. You won't drop it. You'll have a better release and a better roll on the ball. Now another thing you can do is either prop the wrist up with a wrist support device, and although that helps get the thumb out of your ball quicker, it's still, after you get used to it, you'll be able to get a consistent release and release it as your hand gets into the proper releasing area, and that is by the shoelaces or the tip of your bowling toe. For those of you bowlers who are releasing the ball behind the heel of your bowling sliding shoe, either you have a lot of velocity in your hands going real quickly to get the ball over the foul line, or you're dropping the ball onto the floor, onto the approach floor. So those are some little tips that you want to look out for. We recommend that you get a certified coach to help you develop your technique to get the ball consistently over the foul line. If you don't do that, make sure you have a friend watch you bowl to see exactly where it comes off the floor, where the ball comes off your hand, and where it first contacts the floor, making sure you get it over the foul line. Or you can even do something simpler and put your bowling towel partially over the foul line and partially behind it in the area where your hand releases the ball. And if the ball drops onto the towel, then you know you let it go too soon, and that'll help you release it over and over and get in the habit of getting the ball out over the foul line. I hope some of this information helps you, and try to work on that. It'll help you become a better bowler. Thank you.